Alright everybody, so here we are and come on, what am I doing? Let me share my entire screen and let's discuss the things that I've done so far. Especially I'm gonna be simply checking whether this actually works or not. If it works, that's great. Then I can just simply continue from here on, and the next time whenever I will be going through it, I'll be just revising it and all. But for now, I hope you can see my entire screen, and if you can see, then I can just simply continue from here on. I'm just simply gonna be checking whether my code actually works or not, and if it works, nothing could be better. If it doesn't work, then of course I need to take care of it. Alrighty, so let's check this thing out. So for that thing, I'm just simply gonna be running the server again npm start, or even better, that's fine actually. Alrighty, so here we are, and there are gonna be two users actually. So this is the one, this is the first user, that is the second one. Reload the page. So if I actually have a look at this, so two users have joined my room right now, and after that I'm gonna be creating a room called secret. Let's create it. The room has been created. It is even simply saying that room created, waiting for another peer to join. Let's go here and let's simply add that secret, and let's click on join. God knows what's gonna happen. I must have gotten here, and this is the error. It's like I've been following my tutor I like every step, and he got the error, so did I. But okay, let's do one thing. Let's try to resolve this thing. So what is the problem right here? Okay, syntax error, unexpected token object message is not valid JSON. Incoming message, it is just simply saying that the message that I'm getting, that is not a valid JSON. That means that might be just simply a string. Let me check that. So the incoming message I'm getting inside WS, right? So just a sec. Hang on for a sec. Handle message, incoming message. To handle message, incoming message, this is the message that I'm actually getting. And where is this handle message? Okay, this must be join room. This handle message actually is used inside this. This is the handle message that I'm getting, and on message. So this is kind of the data that I'm actually sending from the server side. So let's check that thing. So from the server side, what all I'm sending. So WS handle message, and as soon as I'm just parsing it right here, so I'm kind of getting this error. Interesting. Incoming message, and I'm unable to parse that. And this incoming message, handle message, incoming message, just missing something right here. It is simply saying that it is not valid JSON. That's fine. That means I'm kind of sending a string directly from my server. So where all am I sending it? Send it to user. Here we are. And what we are actually doing over here, user connection, send JSON string and message. What is this message? So this message I need to take care of wherever I'm using this. So Control F, all the places that where I'm actually using. So failure message is gonna be here. After that, again I'm sending the failure message from here. Third number, I'm sending the success message from here. Okay. Lastly, send WebSocket to user, notification message, and one more. This is gonna be send WebSocket message. I'm simply getting the message over here, and this message is kind of a string, I mean JSON, so I'm simply stringifying that. So it is an object, and I'm converting it to JSON string. That's it. Nothing seems to be wrong so far. So what is the meaning of this error? sorry, let's continue. It's like my mind is simply saying that follow the tutorial, but it's better to just simply figure this thing out, right? Okay, as I'm getting this error, so I would even like to just log the value and see what happens after that. So when it comes to logging the value, mainly I'm getting the error right. I feel like I have faced this error earlier, but what could that be? Not really getting the right answer right now, but let me do one thing. Over here I'm getting the incoming message, right? Before that, CLG incoming message, just like this, and let's make it incoming. Let's log the incoming message. Once that's done, this particular thing will only run when I'm actually joining the room. Let's click on join room again. WebSocket is already in closing state. Okay, that's fine. Reload the page, and I hope it hasn't stopped yet. One user is connected, so reload the that's bad. Let's create the room. The room is created. Inside this, let's try to join the same room, and here we are. So inside incoming message, I am getting, well, a lot of things. So the thing I need to take care is that incoming message dot data, right? That's the thing I have to take care of. So I got the error. The thing is that not just the incoming message, rather we have to parse incoming. But that's bad again. Just a sec, one more time. Join, I'm getting this incoming message. It has data, and it is actually an object. Message event. This message event has these many things, and from that I actually need to have the data. So if I actually just simply say that I'm just gonna be having this dot data, and same here, incoming message dot data, what will happen after that? WebSocket is already in the closing state. That's fine. Let's simply click on secret, and let's try to join it. Unknown server label normal process. Incoming, and that's gonna be label normal server process. Data did this. Okay. Unknown server processing label. I'm getting this error. Incoming message dot data. If I'm actually getting the data directly, so I'm getting my label, I'm getting my data, and inside my data I have my type and message. Okay, and nothing seems to be wrong with that. In that case, if I actually try to log the value of this, then what will happen? WebSocket is in closing state. That's fine. Let's try to join the room. Here we are, incoming message. I have my data and I have my label. Label is normal server process. Unknown server processing label. I'm getting the value of it. After that I must have got the message. Message dot type. Is there any message dot type? No. So handle message, incoming message, process an incoming message depending on its type. So message dot type, normal server stuff. Should it be type or should it be label? Label can be constants, label normal server process, right? Let's try it one more time. Reload the page, try to join the room. A room of the, wow, We did it actually. The thing is that on the client side we actually need to use data first of all, because that's what we get inside the event. So what I'm actually gonna be doing here, reload the page, let's create a room. The room is created waiting for a peer to join, and same here, I'm gonna be joining the same room. A room of that name does not exist. That's actually really bad. It is just simply saying that the room of that name does not exist. Having said that, we do have the room. So why are we getting this? Whenever we try to join a room, what happens here? I send a request here and I'm just simply getting that the room does not exist. So this is gonna be from here, check if room exists. So existing room is gonna be room name this, and but room does not exist. Just a sec, let's check. Normal server message, a user tried to join the room but the room does not exist. That's fine. So this is the log that's actually happening over here. Fine, existing room. I want to check whether I'm getting the room from here, and the room name, this room name I'm already getting from the data. So let's do one thing. Over here, CLG room name and user ID, I would like to just simply log them as well. I'm using node mon, so it should be fine. And I can come back here, reload the page, let's try to join the room and see the logs. So room was secret and this was like this. Okay, so over here, first of all, existing room is gonna be rooms.find room.name. Let me even check the existing room, but even before that, CLG rooms, I'd like to check the rooms. Okay, so one more try, and of course I'll have to debug it like this only. Room should have a name, come on, secret, just like this. Let's simply join the room and see the logs this time. Oh, it is empty. The room is empty, that's fine, does not exist. But if I actually come here, if I actually first of all secret one, create a room, a secret one, room created, got it. Once the room is actually created, I can come back here and I can try to join the same room. Then what will happen? So secret one I got from here, room name is already there. The naming convention is wrong here. It should actually be not a name, rather room name. That's it. This should actually do the job. Let's see what happens now. There's high possibility that I will resolve this, but let's see what's gonna happen. So over here I will be creating the secret, create the room. Room has been created, and here I will be joining the same room. Join. Nothing happens. I actually expected the log this time. Ooh, a user joined your room. Amazing. It did work, didn't it? Oh wow. You can't believe we actually joined the room. Here I'm getting the secret. This is the room name, and here this is the exit room button. Here this is also the exit room button. The thing is that if the user did not join the room, so there's gonna be destroy room button, otherwise there's gonna be exit room button. By clicking on exit room button, you can just simply exit it. I don't think it has user 926 has joined your room. Okay, joined room, but this exit button is not working. That means we need to work on it. But how great this thing is. The good thing is that there was a bug. We resolved the bug on our own, of course, by logging things and all. And this is how the things actually go in our production life. Happy to be able to resolve this on my own. Actually, it was kind of a to-do that I had, and that's got done. Alrighty, what time is it? It is around 9:06. Now let's continue from here on. I feel like studying even more. Actually, before starting to speak, I was feeling like giving up, but now it feels like let's learn a little bit more and then I will end it. So yeah, I'm gonna be just simply starting to share the screen, like mainly the VS Code screen. And especially when I'm learning, I will not be able to speak, that's for sure. But once the learning section is done, I'll be coming back and then re-explaining the things as much as possible. But as for now, let's simply continue. Alright everybody, so that's all for now at least. There's one last thing remaining, that is the exit button, and after that we will start working with the logic, business logic of WebRTC. That's going to be pretty much interesting. So ultimately, after getting that exit button functionality done, we will actually move to the WebRTC section, and let's see how it's gonna be going on. It's definitely gonna be fantastic. And not only that, once we have acquired this much knowledge, either I'm gonna be either rebuilding this project from scratch, or I will be building another project altogether, another one. So it depends exactly what I'm gonna be focusing on just after learning this, but something or the other will definitely happen. Once WebRTC skill I have, then the application of that skill will be just taking place. I'm gonna be catching up soon. Until then, take care and see you. Good night.